Hello!
Hi.
Hello, friends! It's so good to see you! Welcome to Barnside Chat. My name's Derek.
My name's Andrea.
And we are at Happily Ever Esther Farm Sanctuary in Campbellville, Ontario. Andrea is the most amazing, hands down, world-class resident healthcare manager.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm a co-founder and executive director here at the farm. So it's so great to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever in the world you're tuning in from. I could take my earpiece out because I'm hearing myself 30 seconds earlier.
So
it is so weird when it starts talking.
Zoom call that's delayed.
Oh my gosh.
Hello from Thailand.
Oh, our
friend from
Thailand. It's so good to see you. We see you all the time.
Oh, it's like 1 a.m. there.
Arja from Finland. It's a
Nora from Mexico.
Worldly audience that we
Look
have
at this.
here. I love
Sweden.
watching the comments come in. Tell us where you're coming in from. Tell us where you're coming in from. Represent where you're coming in from.
Pennsylvania.
North Wales, Pennsylvania. Hello to Joyce. Barbara, our slippery friend. Hello, Monica and Eileen. My gosh, it's a beautiful day on this sanctuary today.
It is amazing.
It's not too hot.
Yes.
It's not raining.
No, we've got a break from that.
Oh my gosh, how much rain would you say we've gotten in the past?
I don't know how to measure rain
Like
exactly.
1 year's
but
worth, 2 years worth of rain.
One spring's worth. All of the spring rain came at once.
It
flooded the barn at least 4 times.
Yeah, that's right.
How we can tell. How many barn floods?
Yeah.
4 to 5.
The water is flowing fast down at the river. The sanctuary is located right on the front of Brawny Creek here.
Beautiful.
And the water is just grazing the underside of the bridge. And that usually only happens in the late winter, early spring.
For that first thaw.
Yeah, for that first thaw.
Yeah, we should get it in July.
There is a lot of water flowing. Are you experiencing a lot of rain where you're coming from? I think southwestern Ontario, where we're located, farmers are starting to get annoyed with the rain and then just a tiny bit of sunshine and then a gargantuan rainfall. It makes harvesting crops very difficult because
some things don't like that much water.
No,
some crops don't.
Not at all. So I've yet to see the price of hay this year. Have you seen it yet?
Nope.
It's going to be.
Kevin usually knows.
It's going to be a surprise. I always like to see what it comes in at. But last year it was around $6.25 a bale.
Okay.
And that, I was expecting it to be more expensive, and that's for the 2-string bales that you hold on to. Like they're about, 35 to 40 pounds. Yep. So we'll wait to see what the price of hay is. On today's Barnside Chat, we have a few things that we want to cover. Andrea, you want to tell us what we're going to cover today? Go for it.
Goat bingo is coming up. I think there's still time to buy tickets. So we're going to be covering that.
There are.
Because you need to be involved. Because we're going to be there.
Oh my gosh.
And so are the goats.
So the goat bingo got... there was some additions that got added to Go Bingo again.
Every week you say that.
There's some wonderful additions. If you're not familiar with the Experience Box Bingo, we're going to talk about that in just a moment. Then we've got the laser update.
We have an update?
Pew pew.
There's so many things I don't know.
Pew, pew.
It's a surprise for me
That's
too.
That's the noise that it makes.
Yes, it is.
We're gonna have. I wonder if
it doesn't. We're gonna have to send it back.
Yeah, can we have the model that makes a noise?
The guy's
or
gonna have to
plays Star Wars music as you play.
Mandatory.
Okay, no, we won't make it do that.
I'm getting distracted.
I know, totally. The magic rainbow bag is here with us.
As always.
Here it is.
It's heavy.
It is omnipresent. It is always here. What's it full of, Andrea?
Your questions that you've submitted during Barnside Chat or privately if you're feeling shy.
That's right. Yeah, we have a moderator that's here joining us today in the comment feed below. Hello, Christine.
Hi, Christine.
Thank you for keeping Andrea's language, with the correct model of the sanctuary.
Part of the live feed.
The 3-second delay button, and also Christine lays down the law if anybody's saying anything that's inappropriate. We have this little squash button and we push it and it squashes you, and then also providing you links as we go
super helpful
along.
So much.
So laser update, magic rainbow bag. If you had a question, put it in the bag. How do you get the question in the bag, Andrea?
You post it in the comments below.
That's right. And then of course we're going to talk about save the date for Thanksgiving is coming up. Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving weekend is usually, is it the second Sunday?
I think it changes every year, or am I wrong?
Second Sunday in October for
this
Canada.
Year, yeah.
But we're doing it a
few weeks
little
early.
bit earlier just so we can have reassurance that we're going to have dry weather. And October gets pretty windy.
That first week of October is always, you don't know what's going to happen in the weather.
You don't. So let's do the laser update. Andrea,
Can't wait.
update us on the laser.
I know nothing. I saw the invoice. That's all I know.
That's all you know. Yeah, the invoice.
It has been purchased?
It has been purchased.
We know that.
And so the manufacturer, Heska, it's a therapeutic laser. The $48,000 withdrawal has happened on the bank account. We raised that money, of course, during Summer Sparkle campaign, but the laser is ordered.
That's so
and
exciting.
They're looking to nail down training time. When do you want to be trained?
Right now.
Right now. All right. I'm gonna
get him in.
If you're listening, come on in, back that laser up here, and let's get the training underway.
Can't wait to start.
So Andrea is going to take on all of the training, first of all, create all the protocols with Nicole and all the safety, and then we'll get to using it right away, which is super exciting. So that's the laser update. The magic rainbow bag. Do you want to take some? Let's just jump
already. Oh my goodness!
Okay, all right. We don't have to. We can jump back over to the bingo. There is so much. You're like, oh, we got to answer questions.
Going out of order.
Yeah, we can talk about the bingo box experience.
I want to know the updates.
Okay, so the updates. So before there was just one experience box, so like you only had a choice. There was no choice. It was just one bingo box experience.
What is happening?
And now there are 4 options for the bingo box.
What?
The experience box bingo, you have 4 options of how you would like to participate. And of course, they're at different price points. We heard your suggestions about how we could offer different price points. So for as low as $35, you can play virtual goat bingo with all of us. And if you want the full gold Gloria bingo box experience, it's $150, and there are price points in between, and we will mail you a special curated box with all of the latest gadgetry and items to play bingo. So you'll get bingo cards to keep track when the numbers are pulled by the goats, and or Andrea and or myself. We're going to play goat bingo. We're going to do it live on August 26th. So exciting. You have to get your box. You have to get your items delivered to you ahead of time. So head on over to the website, www.happilyeverester.ca, and the link will appear by magic below as to where you can get your bingo box experience. There's exclusive merchandise, delicious Esther-approved snacks and goodies, maybe a drink or two.
Oh my goodness.
And then there is, of course, some funny, silly dad things that are in the box that made their way on in, because what experience box wouldn't be complete without a little bit of dad silly humor added to it. So the bingo boxes, here they are. We've got the first one is the Goat for Gold. That's the one. If you've already purchased your bingo box like before today or yesterday, you got the Goat for Gold bingo box. But if you're looking for a different price point to play, we've got the Silver Horn, the Bronze Horn, and the Goat Bingo Express box.
Wow.
So, and then there's a way that you can supercharge your bingo.
My
You weren't expecting that.
I didn't know any of this.
Yeah, you can supercharge your bingo game.
Wow.
You can add extra bingo cards if you are an avid bingo player and you're like, man, I need more than 4 cards to play at a time. There's a way to add more bingo cards to supercharge your chance at winning some mega prizes. Their prizes are awesome. They're all themed, and some of them are I can't tell you what the prizes are because it ruins the surprise. Maybe we'll drip in a few prizes next week and tease you a little bit. But you get your choice of prizes when you win bingo. And you can't win bingo if you don't have bingo cards. So head on over to the website, happilyeverester.ca, and you can play along with the bingo box experience. Diablo will definitely be there.
That's his way of playing bingo.
That is the way he plays bingo. George will definitely be there threatening us.
Maybe the new goat?
Oh. Do you want to update us on the new goats? Give us an update on the new goats.
One post,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
if
go for
people
it.
haven't seen that, Elmer and Gilbert, our two newest residents, our two new goats, are now off quarantine officially. As of last Wednesday, we had our vet here, did a final check.
Yes, it's okay to applause, friends. It's yeah, there we are.
It's very exciting.
Yes.
And they did their first little outdoor stint. We're very excited.
I have a little clip. All right, we'll play the little clip. It's just going to appear below our chins here. There it is. Oh,
This is so cute.
oh. Got outside. Andrew, do you remember how long it was since they've been outside?
Almost 2 years.
Yeah.
They were in a barn and a stall for quite some time.
Like 20 months, right? Because they were.
Yeah, that's true.
That is just.
So they were a little nervous.
Yo, whose face is that?
That's Gilbert.
Oh, there's Gilbert.
He needed a little bit more reassurance. He was a little bit more shy.
Aw, can't blame them. Everything is new
So
here
we're going to be
for
doing little sessions to ease them into it.
Yeah, how do you think it's going to go up there? What are you
I
going to?
have
How are
no
you?
idea.
Like, what do you imagine?
We haven't even had any grazing time, so when we do that, we'll make sure to take videos. But what we do first is have them grazing side by side with the current herd to see how the interactions are through the gates, through the fences, and then we'll start to ease them in. And they don't have horns, which is a big difference too with the other goats.
Are they polled or did they have them removed? Like,
I think they've had them. I think they've had them removed because I think they have those little skurs like Catherine.
got it.
Because she had hers removed.
So if you're a polled goat, it means that you are genetically don't have horns. It's been bred out of the lineage. And then dehorning is something that they do with a burning apparatus, typically.
Yeah. When they're young.
Yeah, typically when they're young and without pain medication and all of that. I mean, we can only hypothesize what happened to their horns, but it's one of the two things there.
Very interesting.
Oh, we did some filming on farm.
That was so fun.
Was that on Thursday?
Yeah, I was here, so I think it was a Thursday.
Yeah, it was on Thursday. Oh yeah, that's right.
It was a hot day. I remember that part.
We filmed the on-site Pride Parade as part of the finish to the Summer Sparkle campaign. What a wonderful finish it was.
It was so fun.
$139,000 raised. So we put on the Pride Parade for our friends here at the farm, and the editing is taking place now. And if you participated in the Summer Sparkle campaign, even if you donated $1, you will get the link to this video of the on-site Pride Parade for all the residents. And then it has some clips for the other parade. You want to tell us a little bit about the other parade?
Yes, we also did Toronto Pride Parade on, I think it was June 25th.
Yeah, that's right.
Days go flying by. And we were there with our big pink piggy marching down Yonge Street in Toronto, which is the busiest street in Canada.
It is the busiest street.
3 million people watching? It was live. There were people there.
More than 100 people were there for sure.
At least 100 were there.
All right, let's take the first question from the Magic Rainbow Bag. We'll answer it en route to the barn.
Right.
If you have a question that you would like answered in today's Magic Rainbow Bag, go for it. Put it in the question bag. All you got to do is type it out below in whatever language you prefer. We got Google Translate. We're not afraid to use that. And here is today's first question, Andrea. That's my mom. Or my dad. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Do you have the answer for that?
Do you have a water pump for fire prevention?
Oh, that's a great question.
That's a great question. So, Dad. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Yeah, we had definitely... Okay, so short answer is no. We don't have a pump for fire prevention.
That's a good question.
But it is something that is on our wish list for growth. Because we all know if there was a fire here at the sanctuary, like if the worst happened, that the fire department is not going to make it here on time.
They're at least, 7 minutes away? Which is a long drive when you have a fire.
At least. And they need a couple minutes to prep at the hall, right? Yeah. So, they're at least...
And there's that train track that's always stopped in the way.
They're at least 10 minutes away on a perfect day without any weather or trains. And so, yeah, we definitely talked about having a water pump. They make water pumps that you can put on the tractor. They're PTO driven. So you use the tractor. So you would drive the tractor down there, start it up, and it would pump water. A mad amount of water would be needed in order to put out from the river. Yeah, from the river or the pond. The pond dries up a lot more than the river does. Like by the bridge, it's always deep.
Yeah.
So we have also talked about putting a little tiny pump house down there by the bridge, and having like a diesel generator and hoses.
Smart.
Everything's drained. And so once you call the fire department and you get them on the way, we're going
Yeah.
down to the
Yeah.
pump house to pull the hoses out to help. So it is on the wish list of wanting to add that. But
Amazing.
for right now, we have a lot of fire prevention measures at the farm that we take very seriously. Do you want to tell us about a couple of them?
We have right beside us our amazing fire hall, which has everything ready to roll out in terms of fire extinguishers, fire blankets, all kinds of different things, and then fire extinguishers all around the property as well, and protocols for when things happen, what we are to do first, and those really cool things that are up in some of the, what are those called again?
Like automatic fire suppression system.
They're already in the barn, so when there's a fire detected, they come right out. We have the security cameras which detect fire.
We have a lot of measures in place. And then one of the most important things that we do is constantly maintaining fans, light fixtures, anything electrical is constantly being checked, because those are the things that usually can cause a fire. And then, of course, hay and straw management, coming into the barn, making sure that they are optimal moisture. If you're not familiar with what optimal moisture is for hay, and if you're storing hay and you have no idea about moisture content, my gosh, please do yourself a favor and read up on spontaneous combustion and how important it is to make sure that your hay is the perfect moisture content. Okay, so Dad, no, we don't have a water pump, but there's plans to get one. So maybe at Holiday Magic fundraiser, we might see opportunity for a water pump or something like that going in there. But thanks, Dad and Mom. Here's the next question. I need a grazing muzzle. Do they make them for people? Leslie, Andrea, do they make grazing muzzles for people?
I think you can maybe retrofit Abraham's. What would be a grazing muzzle for a person?
I think like maybe like a mesh bag so that you can't eat too much.
Yeah.
I think I need a grazing muzzle. Especially around the holidays.
That's hilarious.
That is funny, Leslie. Thank you for the laugh. Whoa, I am dropping everything. All right, next question. This. Next question is, so happy you are able to purchase it. Will it be housed at Guelph? Okay, so we're going to take some assumptions here, make some assumptions, and I think you're talking about the laser.
Yes.
Or are they all out?
I think so. Yeah. We just had some barn swallows fledge, and I think they've all grown up.
They're gonna poop on me. So the laser will be housed here at the farm. It's for our daily unfettered use, and once we're trained and we know all the protocols on it and all the documentation, we will be able to start using it right away. Look who showed up! Oh, you're so famous. You're a famous kitty.
Look at him.
You are so handsome. This is Enrique, and he's a barn manager too. He's responsible.
Barn manager.
So he's very responsible. How could you say no to a face like this?
Oh.
Yeah, so the laser will be stored here on site, and it'll be locked away with all of our other things that need to be locked away, but we are super stoked to have it. Next question. Will the laser be able to help Esther? Maggie, that's a good thought. And of course, absolutely, hands down, Esther being the founding animal here at the farm, we would be thrilled if this could help Esther. Esther has a lot of skin cancer going on right now, and the laser would or could help promote the growth of cancer cells. There's no way for the laser to delineate and focus in on healthy cells versus healthy cancer cells. So it would help the cancer cells grow. So until the skin cancer areas have cleaned up, the areas where there are no skin cancer, yeah, for sure, we can absolutely start using it right away. But the areas where we would like to use it first, on her front shoulders, she's undergoing a chemotherapy treatment right now. So, yeah, that's a great question. Thank you so much, Maggie. Wendy Miller wants to know, do you all raise bees for pollination? That's a great question. Short answer is no.
But we encourage them to live here.
Yeah, we do. Tell us
lots of flowers.
How do we encourage?
There are areas with wildflowers planted on the property. In the garden, there's lots of plants in there that they're flowering, and yeah, just lots of flowers that are planted here.
So in the vegetable garden, even to increase the amount of bees into the vegetable garden area. Yeah, we want them to do their bee thing. So there are flowers that attract the bees that were purposefully planted. That's a mouthful. Purposefully planted within the vegetable garden. And I have a clip of the vegetable garden we'll play for you in just a few moments.
The dill's so tall.
You can smell it at night. The smells of the garden right now are awesome. Oh, this looks like a long question here coming.
I was going to block me.
Let's see. Andrea, get taller. Here we go. Rainbow bag questions. Saw the video where the pigs were faked out by the sound of the truck. They thought they were getting fed, but the bulls were being picked up for breakfast instead. Anyways, can you caregivers go in the feeding area to get the bulls while the pigs are there, or do you need to wait until they leave to go and grab the bowls?
We typically wait. Sometimes they do get possessive if they're even licking a few crumbs, and I've been charged before, which is fine. I'd charge somebody if they came and grabbed my dish.
It's so scary. Keep your hands off my sandwich, Andrea.
Dan's pretty possessive of his bowls, but typically we wait. Usually they don't get too confused because we have a very specific schedule and we run the trucks by all the time for other things. So I'm not sure which video this was, but sometimes they do get confused, but most of the time they know when they're getting fed. And
if there's a lot of pigs involved, I generally won't go in. I'll let them dissipate, because if you're in the middle of them, typically they're not interested in you anyways. But when they start to get away from each other, like when they are scurrying, like although they are all one big family, don't get me wrong, they have disputes all the time.
And the hierarchies really come out around food.
The social groups about who can do what and when and how much they can do it. So I would wait generally because I don't want to get pushed around. I mean, I am secondary when I'm in there. They're not going to go around me. Like they're going to charge right through me or get away, the path of least resistance. So it can play out either way. I mean, every herd has its own dynamics, but typically you can go in and grab them without too much fuss, but we don't like to take chances. Great question.
And often the volunteers collect, so we want them to be safe.
Yeah. Oh, I noticed actually, I was on shift last night and the bulls were no longer in the feed area here off 1A. Are they in the forest? Is that where they're being fed now?
Depends on the day. If it's really hot out, we'll do forest feed and add some water to hydrate them. So it really depends on what's going on. Maybe they were in the forest last night. Maybe we did a forage feed.
They were happy to be in the forest for the Pride Parade being filmed. They came around the corner in the forest and they were like, huh?
So that was in first and then they came to see
what
a good reaction.
Yeah, it was. They were like, everybody's walking by looking at it.
I've never seen that before.
Ray was the most interested in it, hands down,
Ray.
for sure. The organization runs by a group of dedicated staff and volunteers. The most dedicated volunteers of them all are the president, the board of directors, the folks that run the board of directors. We've got Kathy Fisher. She's the president of the directors, and you can read all about the board of directors over on the website, happilyeverester.ca. This is Kelly Hackman. She's the treasurer of the board of directors, and Kelly helps us out a tremendous amount with our fundraising efforts, including the Bingo Box experience and the Summer Sparkle campaign that just ended. And Lynn Vanderbach, the secretary of the board of directors, she keeps us safe from everything legal bound. And Lynn brings...
That is also part of running a sanctuary.
Oh my gosh.
You wouldn't think.
You wouldn't think that you need a strong team with a backing of the legal department. But it's such a strong thing that those three individuals do on a daily basis, just selfless love going to the organization. So thank you so much, Kathy, Kelly, and Lynn. Of course, if you're just joining us, if you're new to the sanctuary this week, if you're new to joining us to Barnside Chat, we're going to do this every single Monday. or almost every single Monday. Sometimes we take a holiday here or there. And Andrea updates us every single week with Bear Care Corner. And if you're not familiar with Bear Care Corner has gotten pretty technologically advanced. If I
we're trying some new things over there.
I just want to applaud all your team's efforts for getting this amazing care that we give every day, filming it and getting out in there to time and space so that it can be replicated by other people. And so here's just a little clip. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but there's music and captions and other caregivers. That's Nicole. And Nicole has their beautiful charcuterie board.
Charcuterie.
Oh, I like that. Charcuterie.
Look at them all running. I love that shot.
Oh, it's amazing. This is, of course, our IVL positive group in Bunnytown, where Cooper the Bunny is getting ready to move out there. So he'll be part of charcuterie.
Yes.
Just got a new biosecurity breezeway, a new coop added, which Florence is getting full run of at this point. Florence is our blind birdie friend, but you want to make sure you check out all of Bear Care Corner for all of the up-to-date, all the up-to-the-minute care tips and tricks that we do around the farm to keep the residents in tip-top care, tip-top health. Yes, we have time to do the sanctuary weather report.
I'm always surprised.
Andrew, you forget that you're a meteorologist.
Because at the beginning we talk about the weather, but the long-term weather.
Here it is.
Today is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, what's this?
This was last couple of days ago.
Yes, we got a radio call from Jacqueline, facilities staff member, and that a storm was rolling in, and it rolled in fast, and we had to act really quickly and close up all of the vulnerable residents, so the goats and all of the birds, and come out to the main barn and start sweeping. And there was tornado warning too.
Yeah, there was tornadoes.
So we were expecting high winds.
They touched down in Hamilton.
That's really
you know
close
where Hamilton
to us.
is.
Yes.
Like that's like 20,
we have staff and volunteers coming
20
from
minutes
Hamilton.
that way.
Wow. So we didn't get that here. We did get the high winds, but we had the tornado warning and we had the general storm warning, and we just kind of jumped into action for that. So today is a lovely 25 degrees, which is perfect, sunny, not too hot, not too cold. And upcoming this week, oh, we're still getting nice cool overnights, which is wonderful to give a break from the heat so we don't have anybody getting heat stroke, which is super dangerous for the pigs.
And for those of our friends that noticed, the rainy trend is continuing pretty much every single day there.
It's probably the rainiest July we've ever had.
Rain, 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 rain. It's a great time for planting seed, which is good. But yikes, is it ever wet. That's the Sanctuary Weather Report with Andrea.
Tornado report.
Oh, yeah, tornado report. Oh my gosh. Excuse me, how scary.
And the way that, did you watch it roll in?
Yeah.
It was just like lift this out and then black.
It was just dark.
Yeah. And we were just running.
We've got some other social media channels. If you can't get enough Esther, head on over to Happily Ever Esther Instagram page. We also have a YouTube page. And sometimes there's TikToks that go out there.
Sporadically.
We got our finger in everywhere. We're trying we're trying to stir it about and create some excitement for farmed animals. Please, friends, head on over, get your bingo experience box. Don't forget to save the date for Thanksgiving. If you are a monthly donor, you're going to get the tickets first. You're going to get a chance.
Tickets aren't out yet.
They're not out yet. Just a couple of days, and we're expecting them to be available. So
I started working on my auction item.
Oh my goodness! How big is it going to be? Well,
I have a few things. So one of the things I made on the weekend, I made is this big, but then there's more.
What's the one that you're?
I don't know if I'm doing that one still.
Okay, all right.
But the other one you don't know about.
I don't.
I just started it last week.
I can't wait to
hear. I have a lot of ideas.
I can't wait to hear all about it. I can't wait to show everybody too. There's auction, a live auction. Of course, there'll be food and tours and some entertainment. Save the date, Saturday, September. What was that? 23rd? Oh no. Yes, 23rd. I almost said 25th, but it's the 23rd. Friends, we've made it to the end of Barnside Chat. Thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts for tuning in. Thanks for being a part of the Barnside Chat community. We'll see you next time. My name's Derek.
My name's Andrea.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
All we need is is a place to be, and a few good friends for some company. If you'd like to stay, you don't have to leave. We'll leave the lights on and the door unlocked. If you drop on by, you don't have to knock. We're happy to share whatever we've got.